उससे पहले गुजरात में देखा था।
Papers were purloined. After the papers were purloined, and then
assistance may be incomplete. That's all I'm saying. Kindly report, sorry, second report, para 98. No, before that, would your lordships accept my request of reading two more statements from
two more statements.
EOU? In this context, please read the report.
Okay. Just
It
only
would
one.
be incomplete picture in your lordship's mind.
Just keep that page in 1 minute.
132.
See, it's well big.
Lord, para 97 onwards, in the second report, your lordships would find assistance for this particular part.
Sir, Solicitor, we just look at now those two statements you were saying, telling us to look at.
132, my lords.
132.
That's, my lord, in the Bihar police statement, the statement recorded by EOU. Initially, it was local police, transferred to economic offences wing, where, my lord, it is a little more detailed. Page 132 at the foot.
That is Amit Anand.
Amit Anand, yes, my lord, his statement. Kindly come to the next page, 133. I am, my lord, skipping what is not relevant either way for the present purpose, my lord. Kindly see from the 10th line, somewhere 10th line from the bottom. इस पर सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंद्र बोले, your lordship gets, my lord, some.
Yes.
कि उनके पास भी 4-5 लड़का है जो परीक्षा देने वाले हैं, उसे आप परीक्षा में पास करा दीजिए, इसके बदले में स्वयं वे बताए कि 4 लड़का हम आपको देंगे। ये नो काइंडली सी दिस, मतलब ये दिनांक 4/5/24 को रात्रि में सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंदु से उन 4 अभ्यर्थियों का सो से प्राप्त किए तथा अपने कार से चारों को लेकर नीतीश कुमार के पास न्यू बाईपास चले गए। प्लीज मार्क दिस। नीतीश कुमार अपने एवं उनके अन्य अभ्यर्थियों को लेकर लर्नेड बॉयज स्कूल एवं सो में लेकर चला गया, जहां पर सभी विद्यार्थियों को अगले दिन करीब 10 बजे नीट का प्रश्न उत्तर सहित रटवा दिया गया। 10 बजे। नाउ प्लीज सी, ये भी अपने परीक्षार्थी एवं अन्य परीक्षार्थी तथा सिकंदर प्रसाद के साथ परीक्षा केंद्रों पर घूम घूम कर सभी को सेंटर पर पहुंचा दिए और अपने फ्लैट पर पहुंच गए और खाना खाए एटसेट्रा। काइंडली सी द नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ नीतीश कुमार. Nitish Kumar is the person who not only brings students, he was at that school, Learn Boys School. So the lordships can come to page 134, 7 lines from the bottom. उसके बाद दिनांक 4/5, your lordship gets. Page 134. I can read the whole, but it may not assist either way for this particular purpose of date, my lord. But does your lordship get the date? उसके बाद दिनांक 4/5 को रात्रि में अमित आनंद द्वारा सेटिंग किए गए 6 लड़के जो अमित ने मुझे नई बाईपास अपने कार से लाकर दे दिए थे, सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंद्र के 4 लड़के तथा अमित आनंद के 2 लड़के को लर्न बॉय हॉस्टल एवं लर्न बॉय स्कूल जो रामाकृष्ण नगर में है पर लेकर गया। वहां सभी लड़कों को चिंटू उर्फ बलदेव कुमार पिता सोएनसो गांव सोएनसो एवं सोएनसो को हैंडओवर कर दिए। इनसे इनकी बात सोएनसो के मोबाइल नंबर सोएनसो पर होती रही। यह हॉस्टल एवं स्कूल आशुतोष कुमार द्वारा किराए पर लिया हुआ है। आशुतोष कुमार इज द ओनर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रीमाइसेस वेयर दिस हैपेंड, जिसने इनका संपर्क सोएनसो के माध्यम से इसी काम से लिए हुआ था ना। नाउ रीड दिस, जिसे चिंटू उर्फ सोएनसो ने एक दिन के लिए सेट किया था और आशुतोष कुमार से मोटे रकम में हिस्सेदारी की बात की थी। दिनांक 5/5 को चिंटू के मोबाइल के व्हाट्सएप पर
statements 88 and 132 are at variance.
at variance.
88, he says that the leak had taken place on the night of the 4th, when the question paper was given to these candidates for memorization. 132, he says that it was received on the mobile of Chintu in the morning on the 5th, and then was given for to the students. Rata lagane ke liye diya tha. So Amit Anand's two statements are a little at variance.
Amit Anand's first
And
statement,
Nitish is also at variance, but Nitish's first statement is also 4th night. Like,
but my lord,
all
yes,
first statements seem to indicate that the leak takes place on the night of the 4th.
but I must tell your lordships, my lord, on the
The question is, how was this confined to Learned Boys High School? Was it confined to Hazaribagh?
I'll answer that, my lord, when my turn comes.
That's what worrying us.
But my lord, kindly appreciate this.
So, Solicitor, because the line which we are following of inquiry is, if the leak has taken place on the night of the 4th, then obviously the leak has not taken, it wouldn't take place from the strong room of SBI or Canara Bank. Nobody can access the strong room. Then obviously the leak took place not in the process of the papers being transferred to the examination center, but it takes place at a prior point of time, prior to the storage in the vault.
Which we have examined and found to be every thing to be intact. I'll be able to show. But please see, my lord, statement of Chintu at
Also,
page
we find that
236.
two of the problem solvers are at least 7. All problem solvers are students. None of them is a professor. Nobody is that of that level of an expert. They're all students.
I was told that for this work, professors, the students are better qualified because they've recently prepared everything. They have the computer with them. They have books with them.
They are from AIMS Patna. One is from Ranchi, and 2 are brought from Rajasthan.
Yes. Now, what is
why
done
they
is
brought from Rajasthan?
that is, my lord, under investigation, my lord, because maybe there is some personal linkage or something. But what they did was they bifurcated the papers, so each got 25 to 30 questions each, and they had 1 hour. So 25 to 30 questions with a reasonable knowledge and with help of computer and books, you can always solve.
Now, what we do, Mr.
And we have also, my lord, kindly bear one factor in mind. We have done an exercise after the last hearing as to what is the success rate in this particular center, this particular city, and overall state, and we compared it with 22 and 23. There is no abnormality. Even in this, which I'll be able to show. And my lord, kindly 236, my lord, page.
Buddha, you can now show us the
Page 236, the last.
Yeah, then we have completed.
My lord, 236.
This is Chintu's.
Yes, Chintu Baldev Kumar, my lord, at the last my lord, para. दिनांक 5/5
Is there an earlier statement of Chintu also?
Chintu ka? No. No, he was arrested only on that day by the EOI. He was not arrested by the my lord, local police. So there is only one statement. We must be having our statement. We have our statement recorded after
So Mehta, come to page 229.
229 minutes.
Statement of Chintu.
This is also a statement of Chintu.
The same statement minutes.
Is it in continuation?
Is it?
This,
Yeah, but it's the same statement. I don't know why they have repeated.
it
But-
ends at 232.
Yes, my lord. And if your lordship sees, my lord, page 231,
Read the second paragraph.
no, 231, my lords?
Yes.
Yes. My lord, the same is I was showing at 236. So it appears to be a repetition. But I'll read, my lord, from 231, my lord, as your lordships have seen. दिनांक 5/5/24 को 9 बजे प्रातः तक करीब 24-25 नीट यूजी 2000 परीक्षा देने वाले अभ्यर्थी वहां पर जमा हो गए थे। मैं पीने वाला पानी का बोतल भी वहां गाड़ी से पहुंचाया था। दिन के करीब 10 बजे रॉकी ने मेरे पास मौजूद नए मोबाइल पर सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र भेजा। मामा संजीव एवं रॉकी के गिरोह के एक लड़के ने मुझे वाईफाई प्रिंटर दिया था, जिसे नीतीश कुमार द्वारा लर्न प्ले स्कूल छपरा के रूम में सेट किया गया था। सो द्वारा भी एक वाईफाई प्रिंटर दिया गया था। सबसे पहले सो का सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र मिला, जिसे हमें लोगों ने मोबाइल को वाईफाई प्रिंटर से कनेक्ट कर सॉल्व कर दिया। As and when they started solving the papers, they started giving. It was not given in one go. First was biology. कनेक्ट कर सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र का प्रिंट निकाला और उपस्थित सभी अभ्यर्थी को सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र का प्रिंट रटने के लिए दिया गया। इसके बाद फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री का सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र एक साथ मिला। What a very good quote.
You can show us the data which you have now. What do you have to say on the basis of the data?
Yes,
Then
but
it's-
before-
All India data or whatever way.
Lord,
We
I-
have all India
Lord,
data.
I will show.
So we'll hear them on the response on the data.
Yes,
So
my lord, allow me first, my lord, just give their.
Lord, only 236, my lord,
procedure.
Justice Pardiwala's, my lord. 236, which I was reading, is the same which your lordships,
the identical statement.
they're identical. My lord. I do not know why they are two
Your Lordship, so
similar
please read.
statements.
Please read Anurag Yadav. He's the only student. All the other people are members of the gang. Anurag Yadav's first statement.
We've read Anurag. We've read Anurag Yadav's.
Yes, sir.
Might read 131 of the.
We have got there at page 131.
Lord,
Anurag Yadav says, I got it on the night of the 4th.
Yes.
sir.
But now, anyway, we still have to see whether it's localized, assuming for a moment,
We'll
that the theory that the paper was distributed, that the solved question papers were made available at about 10:15. And between 9:20 and 10:15, these 7 chaps solved all the questions and gave them to the source. Assume that we for a moment, we may not entirely accept that. We have to hear the other side. Even so, is the leak systemic or is it only confined to Hazaribagh and Patna? That you'll have to establish something on the basis of data.
Yes, my lord.
Show us now what the data tells you.
Lord, before I come to data,
Up to now, we are only focused on Hazaribagh and Patna, right? Whether the leak takes place on the morning of the 5th, as CBI is telling us, whether it took place on the night of the 4th, and therefore the leak took place before lodging in the vault. How widespread is it? we don't have any other material apart from this that you have shown us. To indicate that the leak was so widespread that it had gone all over the country. Now show us the data which will
Yes, Lord, allow
support
me,
your
Lord,
case.
just 4 or 5 minutes before I come to the data. Lord, how, Lord, because between the last date and today, we have got a lot of information that how actually this exam is being conducted by this NTA. Lord, very briefly, Lord, because
Assuming, 1 second, assuming that the examination should be conducted in a much better way.
I'm not on that, Lord.
That
I
we will see what they are doing
Lord,
for the
I will
future.
show why a particular data is as such. Just give me 2-3 minutes, Lord, before that. Lord, NDA, Lord, on the first date, this Honorable Court put it to them. Give us the complete chart that where the printing happened, how much time printing, how much time it reached the center, then where deposited, what time it was taken out, taken to the center, how much time is the examination.
As we see, find out now, printing takes place, the CBI third report tells us where printing took place.
At two places, my lord, different states, and they are never declared or tendered.
We don't want to mention that because, I
Yes.
mean, because obviously that will,
We don't also tender, because otherwise the highest tenderer becomes open.
My Lord,
That he is the printer, my lord. Whoever is the highest tenderer becomes the printer.
from CBI's third report, we find out the name of one place where the printing press was situated, where it says 28 28th April, it had left that printing.
Lord, if your lordships, I'll take your lordship through the journey of the papers from, my lord, the printing press till the school, and what are the checks and balances on real-time basis, that there is some tempering, it would be noticed somewhere. That I'll be able to show.
Let me, my Lord, very briefly capture that. 24th of April, they say that the dispatch happens to different centers. So far as Hazaribagh is concerned, 28th of April. Everywhere, the question paper was to reach the respective banks on 3rd of May. And 5th of May is the examination. So the question paper remained in private hands for fairly long time. From 24th of April till 3rd of May. I leave it there, Lord. They say that from everywhere, the center in charge will go to the bank in the morning. Lord, I'm showing the mechanism and how brittle and fragile the mechanism is, that the entire mechanism which they have followed.
All right, just give us the facts.
Yes.
Give us the-
Now, in the morning, they say 8:15, the center in charge of the examination will reach the bank to collect the paper. What has actually happened, which is the documents on record, taking example of Dayal School, Bahadurgarh, Jhajjar, Hardayal School, Bahadurgarh, Jhajjar, the principal of the center goes to both the banks, collect papers from both the banks, distributes the paper taken from Canara Bank. Paper taken from Canara Bank is allowed to be attempted for all 3 hours and 20 minutes. And then they say that we over and above, because on 4th of April, they did not declare any other key except the key for SBI bank question paper. When it appeared that from this Hardayal School Jhajjar, there are 6 candidates who get number 1, 100% marks, 720 out of 720. 2 candidates get 719 and 718. So it came out that how come from this center 8 people comes within first 69 and this number is not possible. NTA came out with a theory that no, we have given a grace marks because there is a delay. I have seen the video of the principal of this Hardayal school, which says, and it is openable even now, which says that there was no delay in this center. In fact, we distributed Canara Bank paper when it was already half an hour.
The correct set was to be the SBI paper.
Correct. That's right. That's right.
Everywhere.
And they declared
No,
entire country.
It's not everywhere.
Entire country, Lord.
Entire country was SBI. Yes, your lordship, sir.
Of course, different configurations, as Brother Mishra said, because the questions will be jumbled up.
Yeah, even in the one classroom,
Yeah. Obviously.
in
The-
one classroom also,
Sitting next to each other can't know which is the order. of
which is the
question.
order. But one of the thing which is going on in the social media is that 2 numbers sitting with each other, both got 600 marks. How is it possible? But both would have, the system is that both sitting in front and back and both sitting on the sides They have different
They
number.
not have the same order of questions.
They don't have. My question number 1 would be his question number
Do
18.
that in the judicial.
So we
committee.
can't even do that.
Yeah, that is-
Orthodox way of
Just-
cheating
just-
also
just
is
let
not
me
possible.
place the hard facts to it, how they have done it. So Hardayal school, admittedly, they distributed Canara Bank. The Canara Bank question paper was attempted by all the about 500 people in the
For
center.
how long?
For till 5:20 is the last time.
Oh.
There's no delay. The principal is on record of the school and they say,
So it's not that in the middle of the exam, they
no,
substitute the SBI.
look, that happened Savai Madhopur. I'll come to that. Hardayal school, Canara Bank paper was given. In the first instance, when Canara Bank paper was not to be the paper to be attempted, how come it was even given to them? What is the SOP? How meticulously they followed it, what they say is. And the principal got question paper from both the banks and both banks gave it.
Once again, Mr. Solicitor, just since little bit of query on the procedural, one set is lodged with Can Bank, one is with SBI. Now, the center in charge on the morning of the exam goes to both the banks and takes the
No.
question. Then what
The
happens?
city in charge is informed
Right.
that this is the bank from where you will have to collect the
When
papers.
is he inform the day of the exam?
In the morning at 7
So
o'clock.
the city in charge will inform all the centers in charge in the morning that you have to go to this particular
This
branch.
particular center.
Now, how did this chap at Jhajjar
Bahadurgarh.
go and collect it from Canara Bank when he must have been told that you have to go to the SBI to collect the paper.
No, that maybe a mistake or something. Or deliberate, but paper was,
Now, Jhajjar, we just wanted to some clarity on Jhajjar. So he collects the paper from the Canara Bank.
correct, my lord.
Students write throughout the 3 hours and 20 minutes, they write the Canara Bank sets of questions, right? Now, thereafter, what happens in Jhajjar? Everybody is given grace mark, or what happens in Jhajjar?
Look, what they say is because they never disclose key for Canara Bank paper.
1 second, let's have clarity. We just
Yes,
ask
sir.
questions.
Yeah, my lord, my learned friend can.
Let's,
Just 1 second, 1 second. He has his instructions. Let's get the official version first. About Jhajjar,
yes, let's.
what happened exactly in Jhajjar?
It's, Jhajjar was a new center. Your lordships are aware the number of candidates have increased. As a result whereof we have to increase the number of centers also and city coordinators also. This place was added for the first time in 2024 as an examination center. Perhaps the city coordinator must not have seen the message that you have to pick it up from this place. As a result whereof this happened to be picked up from both the places.
But are the banks not informed that, look, don't release the Can Bank paper to anybody, release only the State Bank of India paper?
Let's,
Because the vault in charge has to be informed कि आपको paper surrender करना है आज, आपको distribute करना है.
authorization is given,
Because the NTA would inform the city in charge.
yes,
City in charge will relay the message to the center in charge.
yes.
But will a message not go to the bank also that, all right, कैन बैंक का आपको अपने लॉकर में ही रखना है, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का जो पेपर है वो आपको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है.
It goes to the bank. We also committed. It
It
goes
will
to the bank.
definitely go to the bank
Yes,
also. So how did this bloke at Jajjar, the center in charge, how did he go to Canara Bank and retrieve the Canara Bank paper?
That is a mistake on their part, minutes. I
It
will
was Canara Bank's mistake.
not both
Both,
minutes at
both,
both
Manoj,
places.
the
The
question.
city coordinator.
So
as well as-
anyway, so the Jajjar in charge gets the center in charge gets the Canara Bank paper.
Yes, minutes.
That is distributed to the candidates. And the candidates write the entire exam for 3 hours, 20 minutes on the Can Bank paper.
Lordship. And let's, this is at 8 centers. The number of such candidates who got Canara Bank paper is 3,307. And their let's sequence is MNOP. And we have used the
So at Jajjar, how many there are 8 centers?
8 centers.
And everywhere they.
All over India, let's,
All over India, not.
all over India, it has happened at 8 centers.
All over India.
All over India. Some places, minutes like Chhattisgarh, your lordships came to know.
With the wrong question paper. was
Yes, minutes.
distributed.
Not
Both
confined to
question
Jajjar. only.
papers, my lord, are of the same
Difficulty level.
difficulty level. It's not as if one is
So at
simpler
eight
and another.
center- At 8 centers, the wrong booklet was distributed.
Yes, minutes.
Which was the Can Bank booklet.
Yes, minutes. Only two booklets are available, minutes. There is no third booklet.
Then what happened in Jajjar? Then the students wrote the whole of the paper for
Yes,
3 hours,
please.
20 minutes of
Yes,
Jajjar.
because of the situation, minutes that it could not be discovered by them that we have distributed a wrong paper. It came to the knowledge much later, as a result whereof it was considered,
Then
More
what happened?
appropriate.
Then what happened?
it was considered more appropriate to allow them to attempt this question
No,
paper
no,
only.
first they gave
But
grace
one
mark.
second, we are just understanding what happened. So the students are allowed, they appeared for the entire examination in the.
Yes, on the basis of Canara Bank question paper.
Then,
And the let's difficulty level of this question, both the papers millets, because anyone can be distributed, are modulated by the experts to be of the same level.
now, where was the occasion to give, totally how many students at these 8 centers?
8 centers, total number of students is 3,307.
Now, initially NTA takes a decision to award grace marks to those students?
No millets, only after it came to be realized that some places the loss of time was there. Only then the decision was taken.
Loss of time means what?
After realizing, when the complaints are there, students approach the honorable courts also saying that because of wrong distribution of paper, we could not avail the exact number of exact time which is available to the others.
Why? Because students had appeared for the full 3 hours, 20 minutes. It is not. It is not as if that the correct paper was circulated midway through the exam. Suppose sometimes what happens is that the incorrect paper is given instead.
से पहले